Do you think living with your girlfriend and not having a job, but being independently wealthy is enough to make her fear your leadership and make her feel unsafe?
Well, if you're independently wealthy, then you're probably going to have stocks and bonds and other investments that you still have to manage. So that's your purpose. I have friends that are, like one in particular, he tapped out from AOL, sold all of his shares within $2 of their all-time high, walked with many tens of millions of dollars, and he's been trading and investing in stocks and in companies ever since. So that's his purpose and his mission. So if you're independently wealthy and you're living off the interest of your capital and your investments, that's your purpose. That's your mission.
I actually saw someone either posted on Twitter or Reddit about this. It's like, yeah, they're financially independent, but they're having relationship problems because they think their wife works works, but it's like comes home, just sees him at home playing video games and stuff because he just retired and is like 40s. It's like, oh, you don't do shit. You're not doing anything. So you got if you just go out and do stuff, then she has the impression that you're doing stuff. I don't know. I kind of explained that poorly.
Yeah, well,
But
this
make it look like
this
you're busy.
particular friend of mine has his girlfriend works in real estate and she does very well. She works at one of the upper echelon, how shall I say, real estate agencies. And one of the problems that he has with her that kind of has caused friction in their, or always caused friction in their relationship is that, weekends, it's hard for her to get away and take a vacation with him. Because, if she goes away, I mean, she's literally could be losing millions of dollars in a real estate commission. So that, because he can run his business, his investments from wherever he is as long as he's got his laptop. So that can create a problem. And if this guy is independent, was that his wife or a girlfriend?
It was his wife. His wife was just keep coming
And
home
so
from
she's
seeing him
breaking
play.
his balls because he's playing video games,
Yeah, at
but
home
he's
after he just
retired.
retired because he did financially. He was like one of part of that fire community, financially independent, something. Retire early, and he just
Oh, so he got
retired
a pension.
or some. No, I think he's just a lot of investments and stuff. He's kind of living off his things, and he was like doing it for 6 months. He noticed in the 6 months his wife started feeling unsafe with him because he was just at home a lot of time. I guess he needed a new hobby or interest or go out more. But I don't know.
Yeah, he needs to go out and live his life. And if she's bitching, then he should say, "Well, you should quit your job and come hang out with me.
Yeah.
We can
Well,
travel the
I
world and
think he
do
was playing
whatever."
video games because he never played them before because he was so working. He was grinding so much to
Yeah,
retire early. So I don't know. If I pull up the post, it's a pretty good thing to analyze, but I gotta
a
find it.
man's got to have some kind of purpose and mission. I know, like my dad, we were talking. This is probably going back like 15 years, and he came to me. He's like, "Oh, I talked to my CPA. He says I got enough to retire, and I'm gonna sell the businesses." He had some coin laundries. And I said, "You're out of your fucking mind." It's like you got to have some kind of purpose and some kind of mission. I was like, if you go to sell your coin laundries, the chances of you getting somebody that's going to pay all cash for them is probably not going to happen. They're going to probably give you 20% down, and then they're going to expect you to finance it. And then they take it over, and they probably do a shitty job, and they run both of them into the ground, and then you're going to have to foreclose and take it back. And then now you're taking back laundries that they basically run off most of your business. And then you're going to spend a lot of time, a lot of money, and years building it back up. If I were you, I'd put new equipment in because you're in the laundry business. And so your goal should be to get your people, your customers, in and out of your laundry as quickly, as efficiently, and as economically as possible because they want to come there, they want to throw all their clothes in your big machines and then dry them in your big dryers. And so they're in and out in no time. And if you have all new machines, you're not going to be fixing them all the time like all the old ones they used to have. And so he did that, and he significantly increased his income. And, this was before he got together with my stepmom. And, she's got 4 daughters and she likes to travel. And right now they're in Mexico. And he wouldn't have been able to do all those things if he'd have sold his businesses. And so he keeps his mind active, and because he still has to go up there 2, 3 times a week when he's in town and run the businesses. It's, they got a really nice condo that they ended up buying and renovated it. And they can spend time with her daughters and all their grandkids and travel and do all those things. And he wouldn't have been able to have that same standard of living if he would have tapped out.
How do you stand up for yourself or correct your girl when she's wrong when you recommend to never argue with a woman?
Well, if she's crossing the line and saying things and insulting you, you gotta say, don't talk to me like that. She's yelling at you and screaming at you, just don't talk to me like that. Don't raise your voice at me. And if she won't stop, then just say, I'm gonna go for a drive, hop in your car, go for a drive, come back later or whatever. Because whatever you tolerate, you invite more of. So if she treats you nice, she can get the gift of your time. And if she's a insufferable cunt, then she gets the gift of missing you. You go for a drive, you go hang out with other people, tell her to call you when she calms down and she's ready to communicate like an adult.